The castle of Argos, carved into the cliffs like a monument to defiance, watched over the restless sea. Its walls bore the marks of time, but within its stone embrace lay a treasure that could not be eroded, the largest library in the known world. Scrolls of wisdom, war, and life stretched endlessly, yet for years, Prince Adrastos saw only their dust. He lived for the clash of swords, the sweat of battle, and the thrill of triumph. To him, wisdom was a silent companion, until death roared and shattered his world. It was in the thick of the forest, beneath the canopy of oak and shadows, where tragedy found him. His sword trainer, Eryx, had been ambushed by a pack of lions during a hunt. Adrastos arrived too late to save him. Eryx lay on the blood-soaked ground, 3 lions dead around him. The fourth, the largest, crouched over his fallen prey, eyes blazing with primal hunger. Without hesitation, Adrastos roared and charged, his blade catching the morning light. The lion leapt, claws slashing the air. He dodged, countered, and buried his sword into the beast's side. It twisted violently, knocking him to the ground, but Adrastos rolled with the force, slashed its throat, and ended the fight with one final cry. The lion collapsed, its blood mingling with Eryx's. Kneeling by his fallen mentor, Adrastos wept. Days later, burdened by grief, he found himself at the grand entrance of his library, drawn by the quiet promise of escape. Callimachus, the elder philosopher, greeted him beneath marble columns. "Come, Prince Adrastos. I've long hoped to see you here, and now it seems the time is right for you to embrace this knowledge." Within those walls, Adrastos found the guidance he had never thought he needed. Scrolls by Marcus Aurelius whispered, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive." Epictetus reminded him, "Leisure without books is death, and burial of a man alive." Each word was a spark, igniting the fire of his mind. He learned that courage was not the absence of fear but the refusal to submit to it. Death, the Stoics taught, is not the enemy, it is the fuel for living boldly. The wisdom of the ancients changed him. Strength was no longer a brute force but a measured discipline, a harmony of body and mind. Transformed by Epictetus's wisdom, Adrastos immersed himself in the library's section on swordplay, driven by a newfound desire to read, learn, and master the art, with purpose beyond the blade. There, among diagrams of battle stances and training manuals of forgotten masters, he practiced tirelessly. His sword became an extension of his soul, guided not only by muscle but by reason. The ancient Greek training equipment, weighted dummies, wooden targets, and sparring poles, became his silent sparring partners as he refined his technique with both ferocity and precision. Years passed, and the boy who once fought impulsively became a warrior of strategy and wisdom. He led his armies with unshakable calm, fighting not for glory but for duty. His soldiers followed him into battle with unwavering loyalty, for Adrastos fought beside them, his sword a beacon of bravery. But it was not only his sword that earned the devotion, it was his mind. When peace returned to the land, Adrastos became known as the Philosopher King. His rule was defined by justice tempered with wisdom. At court, he quoted Marcus Aurelius, "The obstacle is the way." In battle, he reminded his men, "Death is not to be feared, it is to be understood." His life had become a testament to the teachings he once ignored. He would often return to the library, where new scrolls awaited his hands, but the greatest scroll had already been written within him. His life was now its own philosophy, one of courage and wisdom.